Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to LadyGang Quickie. I am Becca here with Jack and Kelty.
Hello, hello.
You guys,
Hi.
how are your New Year's resolutions going? We're halfway through the year.
You know, I just saw something very interesting. A girl that I follow said she doesn't do resolutions for the year. She does goals for each month. And I thought that was so cool. So I'm considering doing this. It is now well into January and I've yet to do January's, but I might adopt this one.
I also think I was seeing many a TikTok about New Year's and how the actual New Year really begins on March 21st because of what's the word I'm looking for? With the sun.
The lunar eclipse?
What am I looking for? Yeah, like the sun and spring begins on March 21st. So that is really the
Solstice?
Oh.
Yeah, solstice. Spring solstice begins on March 21st, which is also Jared's birthday.
I've got to be honest, I don't know what the fuck a solstice
Me neither.
is.
What is a solstice? It's a car. My mom had one. What is
I
a
just
solstice?
know on the winter solstice.
People talk about it all the time.
Let me look it up. I'll
It's
look
like
it
the
up.
sun phases. Like the winter solstice is the darkest day of the year. Summer solstice on June 21st is the longest
what
day
does
of the
a
year.
solstice do?
So spring
Okay.
solstice.
Let me tell you. A solstice is an event that occurs when the sun reaches its most northerly or southerly.
Southerly is not a word.
excursion relative. It is.
Southerly?
It is.
Southerly?
There's no N in this. Southerly. Okay. Southerly.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
Huh, new wrinkle.
Excursion relative
New
to
wrinkle.
the celestial equator. On the celestial space, two solstices occur annually around June 21st and December 21st. I don't see any mention of March here, Jack.
I'm just saying my beginning of the year, because I did not have a great beginning of the year this year. I'm like, I would like to adopt that my beginning of the year is going to be on March 21st.
That's fine.
That's my
Great.
new
Okay, I like
beginning.
this for you.
Great.
You can begin again anytime you want. And also, I just
Yeah,
want to let you know
renew.
that I was really disappointed when we did our manifesting episode that more things didn't come off my list. Like I didn't
What do you mean?
I didn't do a good job of like the manifesting things did not happen how I asked them to in the year, but sometimes I told you things take longer. So remember
Yeah.
on my manifesting list, I was like, I really want to do an E-Live from the red carpet. I just got asked to do one for the
Yeah.
Grammys.
Oh
And
my
that was
God,
on my list
amazing.
last year.
Look at
There you
that.
go.
So I was
That's
happy.
great.
Check. See, the year is not over. You still have 2 more months.
We're back with more F It Bucket, but before that, I need to let you guys in on something very fucking cool. Very cool.
Okay.
Before we get to it. So my bucket list for this year was that I would make my office, like the office, we shoot LadyGang in it sometimes, but like I would finish it because it's been kind of a hodgepodge and it doesn't inspire me, does not make me happy. It's not chic. It's not feng shui. It's just nasty. It's just, and I put it together in bits and pieces. Over during the holidays, I'm not allowed to buy anything new. So I bought this in December 21st and it just got delivered, but I got an electric stand-up desk and I want to say what's up to all my office girlies and let you know that yesterday
Oh.
I put it up on 97 and I cricketed standing in my room and then I put it down to 72 and now I'm sitting at it and it is the best desk ever. Welcome to the world. Everyone who's like, standing desks, that's so dumb. Nope, it's great. Love it. Can't wait for you guys to come over here. I'll make you do the podcast at my standing desk. We could do an infomercial. When we could do a live. We could have things on it for a photo shoot.
I
Wow.
just have a question regarding the stand-up desk. I understand the use of a stand-up desk for someone in corporate America, but I think about the amount of time I actually sit at a desk, and it's like maybe 2 hours a day, like maybe, but like how many hours? Because you have a job that isn't standing at a
Right.
desk.
It's not about the time spent. It's about how time spent well, And so when I'm at the
Oh.
standing desk, I do a lot of mailing. as we've talked about on this podcast before. I mail things a lot. Like I'm mailing, we just did a giveaway with Vivian too for her book. I got to mail that today, stamps.com sponsor. I use it in real life. So I'm going to put I have 4 settings on the standing desk and put it up to 97 where it's nice and tall. Then I don't have to hunch over while I'm wrapping my gifts,
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Now you just need the little
I
walking
thought
mini
about the mini
treadmill, and then
treadmill
you're a TikTok
already.
girly.
No.
And since
No.
now when you guys see The Office, it's so all matchy, I feel like the treadmill, unless it comes in a cream or a white, is going to – I even took my foot massager, put it away. Because sometimes I sat at my desk and had a foot massage while I was working. Anyway, I wonder –
you know what? This is a really do they have chic looking exercise equipment like that? Or is every
Black.
treadmill hideous and
Well,
black?
it's black because if it was
some would
white,
make
it would be full of –
It would get so dirty.
Yeah, but could it be like a cream?
It'd still get pretty dirty.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. All right. Well,
But
all right.
good
So
idea.
last
There's a
week we
market
did
out
some
there.
Fit buckets. We asked the girls to send in these voice messages, and we got through so few of them that I wanted to just I want to reward the gang. I don't want to ask them for stuff and then we not give you your time, Stephanie.
No, I love this.
And they were so inspiring. So I thought we'd Fit bucket again. Now that you know about my standing desk, now that you know about the important stuff. And so I'm very excited to bring you some Fit buckets. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Hold on. Here we go. This is from Crystal.
Get to saying yes when I want to say no.
Ooh,
Ooh.
short and sweet, baby girl.
Crystal, no is the new yes. It's the year of no.
The year of no.
Instead of a yes man, be a no man. Say no to every opportunity that comes your way.
Honestly, being a no man feels right.
Yeah.
It does. It does. The pendulum swung after the pandemic to where we had to get back out in the world. We couldn't keep hibernating. We couldn't keep avoiding. We needed to socialize. We were getting awkward in our own little worlds. But it's time to go back there. It's time to pretend the pandemic is still alive and well. And I actually was just speaking about this yesterday with a friend of mine. He said, he was like, I would never admit this on the internet, but I miss the pandemic every day.
I think a lot of people do. I don't think that is like a
Unique
unpopular
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah. Well, there's something nostalgic about it. I don't know what it is, but it was horrible. I would never go back. But I think that there's a nostalgia that exists in people about it.
It's because we had
I
work-life
think about
balance.
the cocktails I made.
You had work-life balance. You
Yeah.
cooked and you watched a show and you went for a walk and you went in nature. We lived the way that we're meant to live, other than the lack of community and purpose. But and people dying, which
And the
was fucking
illness.
horrific. But
The
we
actual
got
pandemic.
we got better at living, and there was a lot less wasted time because everyone was trying to figure out life. We're back, and actually I think life, I mean this with love, but I think life is actually worse post-pandemic for working life because we discovered Zoom. I don't know what's going on, but what happened to a phone call? Phone calls are gone. People are like, oh, can we just hop on a Zoom? I don't want to look at you. I know I'm looking at you guys, obviously, but there are certain things that you need a Zoom for. I'm giving you a presentation. But sometimes I could be cleaning the bathroom with my ear pods in having this conversation, and I don't want, I'm so I'm so beautiful when I'm beautiful. When I'm done up, I'm a fucking smoke show. When I am not done up, I am ugly. I don't want to meet with you on Zoom when I'm ugly.
Trash. I do. I'm just
I
this
don't
is who
really
I
care.
am. You're actually not going to get me. It's looking good at all. I'm going to look exactly like I do right now. And that's your fault for wanting a Zoom.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think saying no, I actually am considering this week, tomorrow, there's a new kind of restaurant lounge opening in Austin, and all of our friends are going. We all agreed on the same day. It's kind of the opening of it all. And, the old me would have felt like, I agreed to do this a couple weeks ago. I
Mhm.
confirmed. I got all the ducks in a
Mhm.
row. We're less than 24 hours out. No, a little more than 24 hours out from said event. And today I looked at Zach and I said, I think I'm bailing tomorrow night. And he was like, that's fine. I can't. I need to go support my friend. But you, sure. Why don't you bail? And I was like, I normally would feel guilt about your response and also just guilt that my friends are going to just have to hang out with my husband and not me. But I don't care. I think I'm bailing. And it feels incredible.
I love that. I can't, but you can.
Yeah.
Go
He's like,
ahead.
cool. So this partnership we've entered into, you are not holding up any part of this. But it's just I don't want to be tired. I don't want to stay out late. I don't want to be
Yeah.
tired the next day. I don't want to deal with childcare. I don't want to do any of that. And so, you know what? It's not worth having like a dirty martini and a new night lounge situation. I see my friends all the time. I don't need to see them in this environment. So
You were just giving me
apologies in advance.
Meredith Marks so much. I'm disengaging. I don't need to see them in this environment. I see them all the time.
I just don't. I'm sick of it. So there
Okay.
we go. I'm really proud of you. No is the new yes.
Do we do Cora?
I'm going to say it to trying to be productive all the time and taking more rest days in the new year of 2024, and just want to work on myself more for personal growth. I'm happy with student self and my work self, but just more personal growth for myself. Thanks, guys. Much love.
Cora. She's so cute.
I love the idea
I
of
love her.
you like more rest days. Actually, Chris Knight is doing that this year, which has been incredible. So his goal for the year was to do
Really?
more nature. He's gone on these massive 4-hour hikes every weekend since the new year. And he's like, gotta go. And I'm like, are you sure you don't want to just lay on the couch with me? And he's like, nope. And he's going to nature. He's taking pictures of waterfalls. He's really doing it. And he's never been that guy in my whole life. So I'm very happy. And I think more rest days. And also it's I had a similar thing happen at E where they were like, oh, are you working too much? Do you want to do this thing on Saturday? And to be honest, I'd like to have the day off on Saturday, but I was like, no, it's fine. And then they were like, oh, we're going to have this other person co-host next week. And my first thought was my ego was wait, you don't want me? I should be there. I could do it. I'm available. I have the time off. And then I was like, Kelty, take a Tuesday off. You don't have to be there. It's not going to change your life. You're good,
No.
Well, I've talked about this all the time, but I think rotting on the couch is self-care. And I think that we all need to accept that because you literally need to do nothing. We're constantly being bombarded by all of this shit. And then you go on TikTok and you see these people being all productive and then you feel bad that you're not doing that. We all need to rest and recharge in whatever way that is. Jared plays video games. I literally sit on the couch and watch 90 Day Fiancé. And it's you need to just do fucking nothing and not be productive.
I was just talking to my girlfriend about this. She has 2 kids and they're both in elementary school. So they go to school, for a couple hours a day. And she said she just started allowing herself to get back into the bed and watch Housewives when her kids are
Yeah.
at school. Because she's like, I needed to reframe it in my mind that my work day is when my kids are up in the morning and I make them breakfast and I do the whole thing. And then my work day picks up again at 2:30 when they're home until fucking bedtime. So
Yeah.
I need to acknowledge that those hours that they're in school is
Your
actually
rest time.
my break time and my rest time. And so she said, I just am not feeling guilty anymore about if I'm just tired, if I want to get an extra hour of sleep, if I want to go watch TV, if I want to call a friend, if I want to do whatever the fuck I want to do and not be productive around my house, that's my time off. So needless to say, I'm so stoked for Ford to start school.
Ford. Okay, one more. Here we go.
I am saying fuck it to internalizing too many negative things at work and letting them impact my emotions. Something I will do in 2024, get my mental health and anxiety under control and finally be able to feel their grip on my life release.
Oh, Alyssa.
Poetic.
She's so well spoken.
Very.
I know. And I loved her voice.
You know
Yeah,
what's
did such a good job of explaining it.
Can I say something about anxiety? Anxiety is so weird to me. Like, not something I understand because I don't suffer from it. But having my brother here, like he, he's so awesome. Like he's doing amazing and so incredible. But his only like remaining sort of thing that he deals with is like this really hard anxiety of like just, and I'm like, what do you mean? It's like you're shaking or nervous to go like pick up the to go order. Like that just seems so wild to me. But our brains, the way like anxiety, I just feel so bad for people with anxiety because it's not like you have a broken arm where you can be like, my arm's broken. And like people give you compassion. Like you're like, I suffer from anxiety. It's just like, it just comes out of nowhere. It makes no fucking sense. Like it's just, what a
Yeah.
weird, that's all.
Well, and usually the things you have anxiety about are things that regular people would just be like,
Right.
just do it. Like, or just go to the party or just do this, call that person. And it's like, yeah, it's hard to explain. But I love that she is taking control over that in whatever way that means to her, because it's hard to be able to just like take that first step and be like, this fucking sucks, but I'm going to start getting a handle of it. So I love that.
I love that she said she doesn't want to internalize the negativity at work. That is something that is so important, because if you're a deep feeling person and you're a bit of a sponge for people's energy, it is so challenging to spend your days with all of these personalities and to not take on other people's negativity or negativity that happens around the office. I had a friend who recently gave me, I forget what we were talking about, but she's kind of one of those woo-woo people, really spiritual. And she gave me this like aura protection spray. And
Ooh.
even just the act of, if I was going into a situation where I felt like I needed a little bit of armor and a little bit of detachment, healthy detachment from a situation, like the placebo effect of like going and doing the ritual of like protecting my aura, it really, really helps, because you have to remind yourself to not fall into the patterns that you're used to falling into. It's just what we're human. So you have to kind of like give yourself a ritual before you go into work of protecting your aura, and also just stepping away every couple hours of the day and like putting yourself by yourself in your office, in your car, or whatever it is, to like regroup, protect it again, and then go out back in the world. And like it's easier said than done, but I think the practice of doing it more and more, it is helpful.
I liked having like some kind of ritualistic thing like that, especially if you suffer from anxiety, like something like that. Like, this is the thing that I'm doing. And like, I'm putting myself into that mindset, even if it is like a placebo, like you said, like something taking action like that, I think it's so
I
smart.
love it.
Yeah, you can set an alarm on your phone too. Zach worked with a guy that every day at 3 p.m. his alarm went off. He went in his office, he shut the door, and he meditated. Like it didn't matter what was going on. It was 3 o'clock, and it was only
Oh,
for like 10 minutes or something. But you could
yeah.
like look at the beginning of your day, like, where do I have 10 minutes that I could just be totally, you know, by myself to recharge, and just try to do it.
Even if you need to scream, go in your car and scream.
Yeah.
Like anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
our last one before we go. Lily wrote this, and it's not a voicemail. I'm going to do a dramatic reading of it. It's so inspirational, and I just want to leave you with this. Lily says,
Okay.
I know it's not a voicemail, but I wanted to share with you what I'm saying it to this year. I'm a performing arts student. I'm broke. I'm struggling in the industry, and I have one clear path in life, that I am born to perform and dance. You will see my name in lights, and you will know my name by the time I'm finished, but money isn't on my side. So I'm working behind the scenes, spending my life savings on dance classes, and you know what? It. I was holding back so much, but I've got more to give. Savings, social life, having relationships, rest, looking after my body. I'll rest when I win. You'll see me on the big screen. Just give me time.
Did you
Whoa.
write
It's
this,
me.
Kelsey?
This sounds like a
Secretly
Kelsey.
me.
I literally
I know, that's
was
why
like,
I couldn't
such
let
a
it go
Kelsey.
and not.
Rest.
That's why I couldn't not read it. Lily, you
Rest.
do you, girl.
Lily,
just
we're
like how
cheering
this-
for you.
This whole episode has been like, yes, go lay in your bed and watch Housewives. And she's like, I will not rest.
Lily's, yeah, right.
Well,
Listen, there's two types of people. We need the Lilies out there, because they're going to be
Lily-
the ones that are going to succeed.
yeah, and like so many actors, when they're being interviewed, they're like, what was your plan B? And they're like, there was no plan B. Like, I only could see myself doing this, and that's why I believe that I made it, is because I only had the plan A.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get it, queen. Get it, queen.
Love it. Love
Lily,
you,
go
Lily.
get it. Congratulations. it, muck it, bucket. Love ya. Suck it.
Suck it.
See you. Wait.
We weren't here for a long time.
We're
We
here
were
for a
here
good
for a good
time.
time.
Here for a good time.